can we talk about how difficult sperm analysis test is? That thing feels like trauma. In fact, violation.
Okay, so the lady was talking about how difficult and how traumatizing a semen analysis test is on the men when it's time to come for your fertility evaluation. And I said, let me make a video on that, right? So if you don't know it, a semen analysis test is a type of test that is being carried out to know the quality of the sperm in the semen sample in terms of the sperm count, the motility, the morphology, and so many other things we actually look for that helps us to determine the fertility of a man, right? So when coming for this test, ideally this semen sample is gotten via masturbation. And as you all know, masturbation is not something you do on a norm. It's not, well, let's say it's not right. It's not something you do on a norm. So you telling someone to produce their semen sample via masturbation, it doesn't sit with a lot of men, if not all the men. It's really difficult on them, right? So when some men come to the hospital for their routine tests, which includes a semen analysis, they find it really, really difficult to actually produce the semen, from the emotional trauma that comes with it, to making them feel like they are not man enough or something. Already knowing you're doing all this because you're trying to have a child is already more than enough trauma on both couples and all. Then coming to the hospital and knowing that you have to produce your semen sample via masturbation is really not easy on the men. Before, when you hear people talk about infertility, or a couple has not given birth, or a couple is trying to give birth, everybody always blames it on the woman. So a lot of people don't pay attention that there can be something like male infertility, where a man's semen sample does not have enough count, or is not good enough to actually fertilize the egg for pregnancy to occur. Most people don't relate infertility to that aspect. Everybody just sees the woman because she's seen as the physical carrier of the pregnancy. So if she's finding it difficult to get pregnant, a lot of people just assume she's the problem, not knowing that there's something called male infertility. Before, the rate of female infertility used to be higher than male infertility, but presently, now, in this society, I don't even know which term to use, but right now, it is now 50-50. The rate of male infertility and the rate of female infertility are on the same level. And right now, we're seeing a higher number of male infertility than ever before. There was this day in the lab where I carried out semen analysis for 12 different men, right? And the ages of these men ranges between their early 30s to their late 40s. And I can bet you all the 12 semen samples that I analyzed, none of them was a good sperm. Like, it was from that day I knew that yes, there was problem. There was problem. I don't know what we're doing wrong. I don't know what is happening, but the rate of male infertility in our society now is alarming. It is really, really alarming, right? So for anyone who is going for a semen analysis, even if you just want to go and know the quality of your sperm, or if you're going for or if you are going for fertility treatment and you're going in for a semen analysis, as an embryologist and andrologist who has carried out over 100 and more semen analysis tests, here are a few tips you should know. Okay, so the first thing you should know is that before you come in for this test, you need to have a minimum of 2 days to 5 days of sexual abstinence, meaning you need to have abstained from sex or ejaculated. Then you abstain for 2 days. Then you come in for the test to 5 days, meaning you can come in from your day 2, your day 3, your day 4, your day 5. Anything more than day 5, you can't come in for this test, meaning you have to either have sex again or you have to either masturbate again. Then you come in for the test. This is to help us get an accurate result. Secondly, is how this semen sample is gotten. According to the World Health Organization, the semen sample for semen analysis is gotten via masturbation, right? But masturbation does not sit well with a lot of men. So men find it difficult to masturbate, most especially when they know they are coming for a fertility test. You know that tension of, oh, what if the problem is from me? What if my semen sample is not good enough? All of that can make it difficult for the man to actually be able to produce a semen sample. So ideally, you're supposed to produce this semen via masturbation. But if you find it difficult to masturbate, you can actually discuss with the embryologist or the andrologist or whoever is attending to you. There's a special type of condom, a non-spermicidal type of condom that can be given to you, and the semen sample will be gotten via withdrawal method, in which you can meet with your partner and the semen sample will be gotten into the non-spermicidal condom, and you can put it back in this semen container that you were given and bring it back to us in the hospital, and we'll extract the semen sample from that condom and carry out the test, right? And also, if you find it difficult, when coming for semen analysis, you are not allowed to use lubricants, you're not allowed to use soap, you're not allowed to use water. Any form of lubricant is not allowed because this can interfere with the quality, the temperature, and all of the semen sample you're producing. So if you're finding it difficult and you need a lubricant, you can as well speak to whoever is attending to you and let them know that you need a lubricant. We have a special type of lubricant that is sperm friendly that can actually give you to make the whole process easier for you. And also, one thing you should know is when you produce a semen sample, it's meant to get to us within 30 minutes. This is because, ideally, according to the World Health Organization, the semen sample after production can actually stay, and meaning the sperm can still be alive for like 3 hours. But that is when the semen sample is kept at the right temperature, right? So in the lab, we have the right temperature and the right environment that we can actually keep this semen sample for that 3 hours. But if you're producing this semen at home, right, you don't have the right temperature. You don't know how you're supposed to keep it so that all the sperm in the semen sample don't die before you bring it to us. So that's why when you produce the semen sample, we ask you to bring the semen sample to us within a space of 30 to 40 minutes at most. And most clinics will prefer you even producing in the hospital, meaning it's easy as you're producing, you're giving them, and the semen analysis is being done, right? Or for couples that find it difficult, right, to produce in the hospital, because some people might not be okay, even though some clinics have like a private room, a really comfortable room and all, where you can stay and produce the semen, right? Some couples still find it difficult because you feel it's not your home, it's not private enough. So they'll prefer to actually go home to produce the semen and actually bring it to the hospital for us. So if that's what you want to, that's actually okay. But the semen sample must get to the hospital within 30 to 40 minutes. So that's one thing you should know. And also, the environment matters a lot. Ideally, every fertility clinic is meant to have a very comfortable, conducive room for semen production, right? But I understand that some clinics might not be able, they don't have the space, so they might not have a very conducive room for semen production, because I've had some people complain that they went for semen analysis and they were told to go to the toilet. That the thought of that alone sounds really dirty. So you might not, just the thought of that alone and the environment might actually make you not even be able to masturbate, right? So ideally, the clinic is supposed to have a very conducive room for semen production. Okay, so those are like the basic things you should know when coming for a semen analysis. And talking about male infertility in general, as difficult as infertility is, I personally feel that it's more difficult. It's more difficult on the men. I don't know why. It has a way of making them feel like they are not man enough. It has a way of making them feel like it reduces their confidence and all of that, right? So it's really, really difficult on the men. And the fact that a lot of men don't even like to talk about it makes the matter even worse. Because so for the few people that actually want to talk about it, when they see that no one is talking about it, they feel like, oh, if I talk about it now, everyone is going to be feeling like, oh, I'm not man enough and all of that. Meanwhile, so many men are currently battling with infertility in terms of their sperm count, in terms of their motility, in terms of morphology. So many things are going on. What exactly is the cause of this? No one knows. So please, when people give advice or when you see videos about advice on on how to prevent on how to on how to keep your sperm safe. Will I say that or on how to improve the quality of sperm? Please take it serious. You see things like heat, wearing tight boxers, swimming in very bathtubs. You know the type of exercise, your diet, so many things. Keeping your phones in your front pocket, keeping your laptop on your laps when using it. All of these are things that can actually affect the quality of your sperm. So please take your reproductive health more serious. If not, in the future, we're going to have more men with a high rate of male infertility than ever before.